What is going on, guys? I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. If you can notice, my camera quality is a little better. The old lady got me a new camera for Christmas, or Santa brought me a new camera. Just need y'all's help on sharing my videos, so I keep doing this and justify this camera. Anyways, let me show you what we got going on here in the shop past few days. Got a SA250 diesel Perkins machine that a guy brought in. He was having fuel problems. He was getting fuel in the oil just after 5-10 minutes of running it. We already got this one pretty much buttoned up, but ended up being the lift pump on it. You can see that one's new right there, but there's a seal in there that if it goes bad, the fuel coming in here will mix with the oil. You see it's mounted on the side of the block right there. It'll mix in there and get into your oil. Change that out. And then he had a leak on the injection pump right there, and had to get that resealed. This classic one right here, putting Murphy gauges on it. Right here, the oil. Focus. The oil pressure gauge, it will cut off whenever you lose oil pressure. This button just helps to start. I press it. Got a water temp gauge. Did a PM on it. Changed the oil and everything. Changed the belt. Did a rear main seal on it. It was leaking pretty good. Plugs. My helper. Guy brought this in saying that he was not getting any weld power or grinder power. So if you've seen my other videos, you know what I like to check. Bridge diodes and brushes, fuses first, circuit breakers. Really, he just brought it in saying that he wasn't getting any weld power. He didn't say anything about the grinder power. So first thing I did was check the auxiliary, put a grinder up to it, and see if it was getting any power at all. A lot of the time, whenever you don't get any power at all, that's a good sign for brushes being bad. So I went ahead and down here, these are all the same on the Trailblazers, old Trailblazer Pros, and the Pipe Pro 304 is pretty much the same setup. But you pull this panel off right here, 4 screws holding it on. So then you have two Allen screws right here holding your brush holder in. Let me see if I get some light in there. See your comms right there. This one has 3 comms. You can't really see the other one. Anyways, I just pulled them off. Your brushes fit up in there and they stick out and ride your comm. And these, I pulled them off and I can immediately tell there were arc marks. Arc marks on these brushes where they can, where you could see that there was a gap and it was trying to arc against a comb. But I mean, you can immediately tell that whenever you pull those brush holders, these should spring out and there should be a lot of meat hanging off the end of these holders, you know, from that spring tension and all the brush that's in there. So these are the old brushes right here. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure this one came out. They're not supposed to just come out of the holder. These back little pieces right here hold them in there so they can't come out. You got to unscrew. You got to pull this black piece off. 2 screws right here, 1/4" screws. Pull them off, and it separates that black bracket from this galvanized or whatever it is. And then these are free, these plastic pieces, holders. And then what you want to do is pull. I did it one by one, just so that I wouldn't get the wires mixed up. But I pulled the wire off, pulled that black holder off, and you got to hold the black piece right there, or you can use this holder, leave it in there, and get something to twist. Try not to break the prongs off. Grab it. I got needle nose, and just grabbed both of them on the side and then twisted, and that cap right there twists off, and then you're able to pull the brush out through the top, like so, you know. And so these are the old brushes right here. You can see how that's the one that was arcing out. You can see the color difference right there. These are the old brushes. See how small they are. And like I said, this one I'm pretty sure was it just came out, so that rope on it was broken. That's probably where his problem was. But I mean, these brushes are pretty old and worn. These are new ones I got. They're not exactly identical, but I'm gonna make them work. Springs are about I mean, just a little longer on mine. But the back piece is what, it's not going to be held in there like these are. I'm just going to have to push them in and then fit the holder onto the into place onto the comm. This is just what the electric shop down the street had gotten me. They didn't have any exactly, but I mean, we can make them work. The guy needs his machine to get back to work. So but that's a sure. I mean, it could have been circuit breakers, bridge diodes go out, but you just want to start, you know, the easiest places, and you know, knowing it would have been different if he was getting auxiliary power and no weld power. That would have been something else, most likely. That, I mean, that usually if your brushes are bad, you're not going to get nothing. You're not going to get no power. So like I always say, start at the simplest things, and brushes are usually the least maintained things when you need to have a machine running, and you're a welder. You always want to be cleaning your comm every other oil change, or every oil change if you can. Have a brush stone on your rig. You can get one of these Profax. They're just diamond stones, and just run it across your commutator a little bit and get it back shiny, and that helps keep it clean. Good contact between the brushes. any small particles that are stuck to it or anything don't eat up your brushes. But just keeping your brushes maintained is the biggest thing. But that's all on this one. I'm gonna get it back buttoned up and try it out, make sure it's good to go, and then start working on this one. And then I got another classic 300 HE out there a guy just brought yesterday, doing a PM, some a glow plug issue, just small stuff really. Thank y'all for watching. Have a happy new year.